If we're talking just the Tom Holland movies, this is not my favorite. I would say it's on the lower tier for me. What I did like about it, that it felt very much like a comic. Marvel Comics, a lot of them are set in New York. So I love the fact that he knows the Punisher. He, at some point, goes to visit Bruce Banner.
Tom Holland might have just secured his spot as the best Spider-Man to ever grace the screen. I think he killed it. The ninjas,
And
the hand. It seemed like it was a big part of the trailers and the marketing of this movie.
Mhm.
And they weren't really like a big part of the story at all.
They easily could have been just damage control, like agents and stuff.
Yeah.
But they wanted it to be ninjas because it's cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's cinematic.
Exactly,
It was awesome. The fight scenes are cool, but it's like, why?
Yeah. It makes sense for Aunt May to save the day with that speech. Watch why Peter let her in. You'll get some of that motherly love from Aunt May that you might need. I'm curious as to what you didn't like about it.
Oh, you totally should.
Cinema Rolls Podcast.
Welcome to the Cinema Rolls Podcast. I am Josh, that spider guy over there. That's my brother. His name is a secret today because Spider-Man. No, his name's Erik. We are the Cinema Rolls Podcast, a podcast dedicated to watching and studying film. And today, we will be reviewing and discussing Spider-Man Brand New Day. Came out this year, 2026. It's rated PG-13, has a runtime of 2 hours and 25 minutes. It is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton and is written by Chris McKenna, Erik Sommers, and Stan Lee has a credit on there as well. And it stars Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Mark Ruffalo. You want Spider-Man? Do you want to tell them what the synopsis of this Spider-Man movie is?
Yeah, it's about the Spider-Man. No, it's Spider-Man. People don't know who he is. People have forgotten Peter, as you know from the last movie. It's been 4 years. It's a 4-year jump. He's just kind of doing his thing, being friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's taking down bad guys, helping the police. And yeah, that's kind of where it picks up, and he meets someone who's taking control of people and making them do things, and he has to figure out who they are and why they're doing it.
Yeah, that is that is correct. That is the movie. And you're about to go see this movie again, right?
Yes, for some time.
Right on. And for your first time viewing, what were your thoughts about it? What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna take the mask off for this.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be right back.
Yeah. So, what did I think of this movie? In case you can't tell, I love Spider-Man. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Did I like this movie? Yes. Is it my favorite? No. And I think I might be on the outside of things when it comes to that. But if we're talking just the Tom Holland movies, this is not my favorite. I would say it's on the lower tier for me, but it's not bad. I do have my reasons for what I didn't like about it. I don't want to get into that right away. But what I did like about it is that it felt very much like a comic book in the way stories are told through comics. And especially for Marvel Comics, a lot of them are set in New York. And so there's other characters around. So I love the fact that he knows the Punisher, that they're friends. He, at some point, goes to visit Bruce Banner, even though they don't know each other. But you could tell that it's part of this greater universe, even though we don't see a lot of other characters. There are characters here and referenced, and it's cool. I like that. His relationship with the Punisher is my favorite part of the movie. I think they're great together. I love seeing them on screen. I would just make a whole movie of that. The Hulk, even though I do have issues with the Hulk, is one of the best versions of the Hulk we've seen in the MCU.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing him be the Hulk.
It was pretty awesome.
I haven't seen it in a while. And it's cool. I think Sadie Sink did a good job, but I do have issues with her character. Don't want to spoil who she is right away. Yeah, I think they did a good job. Not Mary Jane, Cal Jones. Yeah, Zendaya. She's always great. Jacob Badalone's great. Yeah, I love the swinging. I love the costume. The costume is so good.
It's pretty dope.
Love it. Yeah, and Tom Holland, lovable, great as Peter. He's great as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the movie. What did you think?
Nice. I'm curious as to what you didn't like about it. Do you want to give that away right now, or do you want to wait till final thoughts to tell the audience?
I don't know if I'll wait till final thoughts, but I am going to hold off for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to hear what you have to say first. Is there just
Okay? All right, cool. I have quite a bit of notes here, but I think I get there relatively quickly, so it doesn't bore too many people. but this movie I thought was awesome. Spider-Man is putting the entire MCU on its back right now. I think this movie is so good. I saw it with my daughter and my girlfriend. We were all like floored by how good the movie was. We laughed, we cried, we were at the edge of our seats at times. I think pretty amazing. Tom Holland might have just secured his spot as the best Spider-Man to ever grace the screen. I think he killed it. I think he might be the best actor when it comes to crying scenes. Yeah. Like he's right up there with Denzel, right? Denzel Washington is another one that's really good with crying scenes. Like he would be like, and then one tear, like but Tom Holland, I think he does it so well. He does it so well. I think it just feels so genuine. Maybe he's just naturally a sad guy, but like he's really good at it.
Yeah.
Everyone else did great as well. Zendaya is always amazing. I love Jon Bernthal. I love Sadie Sink as you know who, and I love that Liza. I don't think that's how you pronounce it. Liza Colon Zayas was in it as the detective Peter works with. She's in The Bear, and I think she's a great actor. She has an episode in that show that is one of my favorite shows. And it actually kind of reminds me of our mom. I want her to watch that episode because it reminds me of her.
Okay.
But yeah, I like that she's in it. And the soundtrack is awesome. I'm sorry, what?
I was going to say, I think her character name is Jean DeWolf.
Jean DeWolf. Yeah, she's awesome though. But and I was going to say that the soundtrack is awesome. They had a lot of good needle drops in it. The Bad Bunny song, the AO, when he was like struggling with the webs swinging. There's like organic webs. I thought it was hilarious. And I also thought it was like a really bold choice considering a lot of the racist whites don't like Bad Bunny. But I think it was suitable for the scene. It felt like it made sense. And Bad Bunny's from New York, so I think it all works.
Yeah.
Speaking of New York as well, I love how much New York was in it. I don't know if you remember me saying this, Erik, but I think that's something that the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire did right. New York felt like it was a character, and I think they did a good job bringing that back with this one, because New York is Spider-Man's city, man. It's his home. It's where he grew up. It's his neighborhood. He's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And it's also where Stan Lee's from. So it feels like, and I don't know if Stan felt this way, but I feel like Spider-Man really represents New York. You know what I mean? That's like his New York character. He has a lot of New York characters, but I feel like that's the one. So I feel like Stan would really approve of this movie, but it definitely felt like it was like an homage to the Tobey Maguire movies. The slow-mo scenes, which there hasn't been a lot of slow-mo in movies lately. Not enough, I don't think. Slow-mo was pretty cool, I think. And this movie had a lot of it, and the slow-mo scenes were really cool. And it did feel a lot like the Tobey Maguire movies, like when he was dodging the ninja star, right? It looked exactly like when he was dodging the Green Goblins. Pumpkin bombs. There you go. And then when he's learning how to swing with his organic webs, trying to figure out how to do it, right? That felt like Tobey Maguire as well. Yeah. And then him getting his ass beat, right? Tobey Maguire Spider-Man used to get his fucking ass beat, bro. Like he used to get beat the fuck up. And I feel like that's something they've been holding back with Tom Holland Spider-Man. He gets beat up, sure, but like not like he did in this one. In this one, he gets pretty beat up. Like the way Hulk throws him around in this one, is wild. The beginning, the montage of them like recreating all the comic book covers, I thought was great. Every time like a comic book cover that I recognize would pop up, I'd lean over to Arya and I'm like, that's another comic book cover. That's another one. You know? And I think that was a good idea. I feel like it really felt like we were seeing this version of Spider-Man evolve into the comic book Spider-Man that everyone knows and loves.
Mm-hmm.
And him swinging through the city and just being Spider-Man, fighting crime, saving lives. That it was awesome. I felt like they took a lot of inspiration from the Spider-Man games. I didn't really play those a lot, but the little bit I did play, I did swing around the city a lot. And even just like the kind of cinematic fighting scenes with the slow-mo and you beat up guy and stuff, it kind of felt like that a bit. So it feels like they might have taken some inspiration from that. I think a big issue I have and other people have had with Marvel is that they throw a lot into one movie and then the story gets muddled and the CGI becomes a mess and the character arcs don't fully get fleshed out. And just when you feel like you're going to get some character development, it gets stomped on by unnecessary comedic relief.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie is not like that. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It is doing a lot of different things with different characters, but they all kind of feel necessary to the story, and it's all pretty cohesive and it makes sense. I think there is one part where there's a comedic like relief part that I thought was a bit necessary, and that's when the Punisher was trying to get out of fighting the Hulk.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I mean, I feel like that's just a me thing because like I feel like it made the Punisher seem like a bitch, and like he most definitely is not. Like I'm a big Punisher fan, so like I got like a lot of Punisher merch here at my house, and so I think that might just be a me thing, not liking that, but you know, and it's nitpicky, so it's not really a big deal. But I think the bigger issue I had was, and it's not really an issue, but I think it's something that needs to be talked about is the ninjas. I feel like like hand. I feel like I think it was just there to detour us from the actual plot line. Like it seemed like it was a big part of the trailers and the marketing of this movie, and they weren't really like a big part of the story at all. Like
no. I feel like they easily could have been just other like damage control like agents and stuff.
Yeah,
but they wanted it to be ninjas because it's cool.
Yeah,
and I mean it's cinematic.
Exactly,
and it was awesome. The fight scenes are cool, but it's like why?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like that's what I have here too. Is that the fight scene was really cool, but like that it feels like that's the only reason they're in here is for like a cool fight scene.
We haven't seen Spider-Man fight ninjas yet, so
yeah. And I mean, I feel like it might have been like the actual reason really might have been to try to keep the real villain a secret, so people wouldn't, because people are crazy online. You know what I mean? They'll try to find out everything about the story before the movie comes out, and then everything's spoiled. You know what I mean? I did that with the last Spider-Man movie. Like in the trailer, that you see Spider-Man jumping at the villains, and then people are like, "Oh, look, they cropped something out right here." Like, you know what I mean? And they figured it out before the movie even came out.
They were saying that about this movie too, with the ninja scenes. They're like, "Oh, they cropped something out here."
Oh, really?
Like, no, they didn't.
They didn't. You was wrong. But yeah, so I think that's why they did it. But it also could just be because they wanted to Spider-Man to fight ninjas, which was still cool, but a bit unnecessary. But like that was like my only real issue with the movie. I think everything else was great. I cried like the last like 30 minutes of the movie. Arya did too, and she like never cries. My daughter.
Wow.
Yeah. Like after Aunt May's speech, we were all bawling. All three of us. We were all bawling our eyes out. It was such a good speech, such a good scene. Aunt May and Uncle Ben, even though Uncle Ben's not really in the MCU, is he? Did they mention him at all?
He is kind of referenced in Far From Home, but it's just his suitcase that he takes with him. It has his Uncle Ben's initials on it.
Oh, right.
That's it.
But in the entire Spider-Man, like a Spider-Man's character, Aunt May and Uncle Ben are really why Peter is such a good guy. They keep him grounded, and even after they pass, they still keep him grounded because they're near and dear to his heart. He remembers their teachings and how they raised him, and they keep him grounded. And the speech that she gives Like, oh no, I feel like it makes sense. Like, I feel like it makes sense for Aunt May to kind of save the day, with that speech, because I feel
Mhm.
like that's why Peter let her in. Like, he's like, go ahead, you'll get to see what I get to see. You know what I mean? Like, and you'll know why
Yeah.
I like. You'll get some of that motherly love from Aunt May that you might need, kind of thing. And it works. And the speech she gives, even though I think it's meant for someone with like powers and someone like Peter or Jean.
Hmm.
I gave away who it was, right? Did I say Jean already? Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Even though it's meant for someone with powers, I really feel like everyone can relate to that speech.
Yeah.
And like, I think everyone's felt like that at times, and I think it was written to be kind of broad for everyone to kind of relate to it, and it was really well done,
Yeah.
and really well said.
Mhm.
And I think that has always been why Spider-Man is so popular. Everyone can relate to him, and they designed him that way. That's why his suit doesn't
Yeah.
show any skin, because they want it to be like anybody can be under that mask.
Anyone behind the mask.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like that speech really stays true to Spider-Man as a character and as a symbol. And yeah, it was so good. And then the scene where he walks to the crowd of Spider-Man fans when he's leaving.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. That fucking scene. Whoo!
Mhm.
I was
That's
bawling
good.
when the little boy pretended to shoot webs at him, right?
Yeah.
Because here's why. Because that little boy in the Spider-Man hoodie. Is it Spider-Man hoodie?
Mhm. I think so.
That little boy in the Spider-Man hoodie. That's us.
Mm.
That's
Yep.
all of us. Everyone that grew up loving Spider-Man and seeing him as a character to look up to and to aspire to. And at the same time, it's also all the future generations of young fans that are going to continue that tradition of loving Spider-Man and aspiring
Mhm.
to be like him. Was summed up in just that one shot of that little boy looking up at what he thought was Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And also interacting with the real Spider-Man unknowingly. It was so good. It reminded me of that scene in Braveheart. There's a shot in Braveheart where Mel Gibson's about to get his head cut off, right? And he yells freedom, or they're trying to get him to give up or plead guilty or whatever, right? And he's not doing it. And I'm not sure if it's before or after he yells freedom, but they have a shot of this little boy on his dad's shoulders, right? And that shot is only there because it's for future generations. It's to show future
Mhm.
generations that you can't let someone push you around like that in that movie, like in that sense, right?
Yeah.
But it's such a good shot. And this movie, I think, I don't know if it's a direct like inspiration, but it does the same thing, you know. But yeah, it was so beautiful, and I was crying like a baby. And
Yeah.
when the credits rolled, I was like just finishing like wiping up my tears, and I looked over at my kid, and she was bawling, and then I cried again. And then I just like held her, and I was like, well, that's what good art does, you know. It moves you. It
Yes.
moves you. And yeah, I really liked this movie. Cool. Did you want to get into ratings,
Cool.
or do you want to talk about what you didn't like about it?
Yeah. So there's two things I want to talk about. I'll talk about one. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to talk about. I think I'll talk about spoiler. That's out of the bag. Josh said it already.
I said it already.
Jean Grey. Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. This movie felt like it didn't have a real villain because Jean Grey isn't a villain. So I guess the real villain was the guy in charge of damage control. He was like nothing person.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man has such great villains. So for there not to be one of them in charge, like with the hand being involved, it being named Brand New Day, which is a comic book. I was expecting Mr. Negative to be a part of it. Him like maybe taking over, being in charge of the hand, or maybe he's going against the hand. I don't know. And maybe using someone, maybe even using Jean Grey to do like kind of his bidding. But that wasn't it. It was just her whole thing. Just fine. I like the character of Jean Grey. I like what they did with her. I just would have liked there to have been a real villain behind it all.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's fair. I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Was there something else, or is that it really?
That's it, really, at least for Jean.
Yeah.
I have something else I want to talk about in regards to Hulk.
Okay.
I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have more to say about Jean Grey as well, but we'll wait on that. That's why y'all should stick around to the end of the episode, okay? Because we're gonna get into more things later. All right. Want to get into ratings?
Yeah.
Let's get into ratings. What are you gonna rate this movie?
I'm having a hard time rating this movie because I did like it. There's a lot of Spider-Man movies to choose from. I love all of them. So even though I have issues with this one, I don't hate it, but I don't know where to put it. So I think right now I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Good rating.
Yeah.
Good rating.
What about you?
I think I'm going to go a whole point above you and give it an 8.5. I really liked it. I think any movie that makes me cry that much, I think is a good movie.
I didn't cry.
You never cry though. That doesn't count.
I didn't feel like crying either. Sometimes I want to cry, but I don't.
I just let it out always, even when I don't feel like crying. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I think I should be crying, and I just end up crying. But yeah, so yeah, and I think I'm a little biased too. All my favorite characters from the MCU are in this movie.
Yes, I love them all.
Yeah, those are my guys: Hulk, Punisher, Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, so a little biased, but I think it's fair. I think we're right. We're right there with the two of our scores together. Technically, we're averaging an 8.
Yeah.
And on IMDb right now, that's rated as an 8.2. So I think it's a fair rating between the two of us. Let's move into. Do you have time to gather some factoids?
I managed to get some facts. Yeah.
Right on. Let's move into fun facts. Roll the clip.
Fun facts
With Erik.
Okay. We kind of mentioned this, but the montage at the beginning is made up of live-action recreations of the director's favorite comic book covers.
Awesome.
Marvin Jones III plays Tombstone.
Oh, I knew that was Tombstone.
Also voiced the character in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's super cool.
Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer can be seen on the shelves of the bodega he frequents. The movie was filmed entirely in the UK, using locations in Glasgow, Basingstoke, London, and Rochester, as well as Pinewood Studios sound stages.
Wow. Seems like a lot of places.
Yeah, and not in New York.
Nice.
Yeah. The events of the movie take place 4 years after No Way Home, which was set in 2024, making the year of this movie 2028.
Oh, we're in the future. Interesting. Hey, 1 second about that last thing you said with the New York thing. So all the shots at the end, that's not New York?
I mean, those are New York, but I think that's all like B-roll.
Yeah, B-roll.
Spider-Man and everyone wasn't in it.
Technically, yeah, B-roll, yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
The movie is dedicated to Jerry Conway, the co-creator of Punisher.
Nice. Okay.
Tom Holland and Jon Bernthal shot each other's audition tapes for their roles.
They had to audition for their roles?
Not for this movie, but when they had originally auditioned for
okay.
Spider-Man and Punisher,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They had been on a movie together, I think, and they shot each other's audition tape.
Oh, that's cool. I was gonna say, yeah, they've been homies for a minute now.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Bruce Banner's inhibitor brace has a display reading ASM 14, which is in reference to the Hulk's first appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man comics, issue number 14.
Nice. Dang, I would not have caught that. That's crazy.
Tom Holland got to sit in the writer's room and give his input for the character.
Okay, nice. That's cool that they wanted his input on it.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the character pretty well.
Yeah.
If anything in the movie reminds you of something you may have seen on the internet, another movie or video game, there is a reason for that. Tom said they paid close attention to fans' comments, and if they could have included something, they did.
Uh-huh.
So, there's something you see that may remind you of a certain internet meme, probably done intentionally.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you think the Spider-Man video game thing that I said earlier, you think they actually pulled some information?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Holland is a fan of this game.
Yeah, right. I could see him playing it.
The gag of Spider-Man needing to stretch before a fight was added on the day after noticing Tom and the stuntman would stretch before a scene.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny. When he was stretching, Ari looked over at me. She's like, "That's you, Dad." And I was like, "Yeah, it is."
And that is all.
Nice. Those were good. Yeah, I'm always stretching like every day because I have a bad back. I have like a really bad back.
Yeah.
So my back's always a pain. The only thing that makes it better is stretching. So I stretch like all the time. But cool, right on. Let's get into recommendations.
Recommendations.
One of these days, I'm gonna stop saying it like in a French accent. I'm sure there's like some French people that watch their show and they're like, "Why this fucking asshole, bro? Like, why does he always say it like that?"
I don't know.
But yeah, let's get into recommendations. What do you want to recommend to people?
Well, first, I'll recommend the first 3 Tom Holland movies. Mostly the first one, but just do the whole thing. They're all great. The Home trilogy, I guess you can say. They're good. And my next recommendation would be The Incredible Hulk.
Nice. I'll take that one off my list.
It's a good movie. I like the Hulk. I wish there was more Hulk movies and not just Hulk into other movies.
Agreed.
Yeah. I like him. And then my last recommendation would be, I'm going to say, X-Men The Last Stand.
Nice. Right on.
Just because it's a X-Men story, it's a Jean Grey story. So, yeah.
Right on. Sounds good.
And what are your recommendations?
I would recommend. The first one I have on here is The Punisher: One Last Kill. This was like the special that was put on Disney Plus. It's pretty good.
Mhm.
You get to see a little bit more into Punisher and his psyche and why he is the way he is. I think that's great, and I think it's pretty kind of telling us to like what the MCU has been doing as of late. And we'll get more into this, I think, into final thoughts, kind of what I want to talk about with Jean Grey, but with this whole mental health thing. And you see that a lot in this movie and in Thunderbolts as well. But the next movie I want to recommend is the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Toby.
I mentioned it earlier. It feels like they paid a lot of homage to this one. It's awesome. My daughter Arya said that this new movie might be her favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, but her second one of all time is this one. So,
Good taste.
yeah. Yeah. And the next one I have on here is, I thought you were going to take this one when you said X-Men, but I picked X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay, nice.
And this one because I think it's one of my favorite X-Men movies, and also you get to see
Pretty good.
the newer generation of X-Men and the older generation kind of coming together to make this really cool story. I feel like this movie gives you a lot of information about the X-Men, and then you get to see a lot of characters in it. So, so I picked. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I got.
Cool.
I had the Incredible Hulk on here too, but you took it. But yeah, I agree though. We definitely need more Hulk movies. We need another Hulk movie.
Yes.
He has definitely been a character that has been in just kind of like thrown into other movies because he's like a ticking time bomb. You know, who knows what's gonna happen when you know when the Hulk is around. You know.
Yeah.
But cool beans. With that, let's get into the bucket pool movie.
Yeah.
A little bit of a change of pace here, people. We're gonna move from superheroes over to zombies. Last week we reached into Galactus, and Galactus gave us a movie by the name of The Girl with All the Gifts. It came out in 2016. It is rated R, has a runtime of 1 hour and 51 minutes. It is directed by Colm McCarthy. It's written by Mike Carey, and it stars Sennia Nanua. I think that's how you pronounce it. Paseo Akinade and Dominic Tipper. Yeah, this was your first time watching it, right, Eric? What did you think about this movie?
I liked it. I thought it was very similar to The Last of Us.
Yeah,
the same like short steps kind of thing, making people.
The Last of Us, the game came
zombies.
out first, right? Came out prior to this movie.
I don't know.
Because
I think so.
I was wondering that when I was watching it. I'll look it up. But you continue.
I meant to look it up. But no, I liked it. I didn't know what I was expecting when I started the movie. I just knew it was about zombies. And when like the movie starts and they're in that facility and there's the children who are like prisoners, but they're like going to these classes. I thought maybe they were experimenting on the kids. I thought maybe they had some kind of like superpower. Maybe they're immune to whatever's going on. I didn't know.
Right.
Which they're kind of immune. I didn't know exactly what the issue was until it's revealed. So it was interesting. I thought it was going to be a completely different take on zombies until I realized it was a lot like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was Glenn Close, right? That was the scientist.
Yeah. Thanks. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glenn Close. Yep.
No, it was good. I liked the girl. I thought she did a good job. Yeah. It's not like your typical zombie movie. I don't think it really was playing so much for scares like a lot of zombie movies do. But it was just telling a story. I like that.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I agree. I thought it was, it coming out in 2016 and it being a zombie movie. This is like at the end of the zombie craze when zombies were kind of on a downhill trend. So it is cool to see a decent zombie movie. I think it was pretty good. After the wave of zombie movies that came out that were not so good, zombies were getting kind of old, but there were some good zombie movies on the way out. I think this one is one of them. Train to Busan is definitely the other I would think of. Yeah, I've never played The Last of Us, and I actually looked it up right now, Eric. The Last of Us came out in 2013, so it does seem like they pulled a lot. This movie came out, it came out 3 years later. So it seems like they pulled a lot of inspiration from that game. Yeah, still a cool idea. It isn't exactly like a one. I know in Last of Us, the zombies get kind of like you get some like mushroom monsters, right? Like they get kind of crazy looking.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly the same. It still does feel like zombies. I think there was a lot of cool zombie sequences in here. I think that's one thing that was always fascinating about zombie movies is like, okay, how are these people going to interact with these zombies, right? Like what scenes and sequences can you get out of this? And I think there's a couple things in here that they're doing that is cool. Where the zombies are standing still, and they're like their biggest sense is like their smell. So they like try to walk through all the zombies. That was cool. The tension was cool. The zombie kids was like the next stage in like a zombie human evolution.
Yeah,
that was interesting. I don't think that's really been done in a zombie movie. The way it kind of reminded me of like the way the little zombie kids had like a little packing, like a hunting pack thing. It reminded me a little bit of Zack Snyder's newest zombie movie. It's like a zombie heist.
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead, yeah. And it's an interesting idea. Kind of like a next stage in zombie evolution kind of thing. So it's cool. They were doing some cool things. The little girl was a good actor, and I thought the name of the movie was interesting because it's the girl with all the gifts, and her little virus kind of is like her gift. It's kind of what sets her apart. It also is what helps the crew kind of get through the movie because she's able to walk through the zombies without really them detecting her or anything. So that was her gift to them.
Also, at the beginning, she was got the story Pandora.
Pandora, yeah.
Box with everything in it, all like the gifts inside.
Yeah.
And everything gets out, but what's left is hope, and she is the hope for the future.
Yeah, that's true. It also, I feel like another take on that could also be like maybe the tree she sets on fire might be a Pandora's box. But I don't really know. Honestly, that whole thing where she sets it on fire, I was like, bro, why did you do that? But
it's our turn now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah. and she was like, yeah, he will open up Pandora's box anyways, but I guess there's still hope because we, the little mutant kids, exist now. Maybe that's like I don't know, but it was pretty crazy for her to do that. But yeah, cool movie. I enjoyed it. It gave me some inspiration for a script that I've been writing for a long, long time now. So good watch. Cool. You got anything else for the girl with all the gifts?
I don't think so.
Cool. That was a quick bucket pull movie review. That's
but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good. I told Natalie afterwards because she's the one that recommended it. I was like, "Thank you. That was a good one. I appreciate it."
Yeah.
Cool. Let's pull from the bucket then.
All right. Let's pull.
Every week, people. We do this every week. We reach into that bucket of Galactus. We pull out a movie. You can suggest a movie. We will put it in the bucket. And if we pull it, we will watch it. We will review it. And we will talk about it here on the podcast. So write down in the comments what movie you would like us to watch.
Suspiria?
Is this Suspiria?
Suspiria?
Maybe Suspiria?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I guess.
That's Suspiria.
Yeah, Suspiria. Is it the 70s one?
I don't know.
Let's just assume it's the 70s one because I don't want to watch
the 70s one.
Yeah, I want to watch the 70s one. I don't want to watch the new one.
Okay. Didn't know I don't know what this is.
There's one that came out in 1997. There's one that came out in 2018. This one's supposed to be pretty cool classic horror film. I don't know if you want to call it classic, but it's an older horror film that I think a lot of horror nerds talk about all the time. So this has been on my list for a minute now, and I'm glad we're gonna watch it. I don't know if I put that in here or if somebody else did.
I don't think it was me. I don't know.
I haven't wanted to watch the movie, so I'm excited. And there's a whole Summerween thing that's been happening on social media lately.
Oh, yeah.
So I have been wanting to watch more horror movies.
Well, after 4th of July, apparently it's spooky season, according to some people.
I think so, right? Does that count?
I don't know.
It doesn't feel like spooky. It still feels like summer here in Florida. So, and even when it's spooky season, it's still gonna feel like summer here in Florida because it fucking sucks here. All right, cool. Right on. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to what we've been watching.
Yeah.
Have you been watching anything?
Not a whole lot, but I did watch a couple things today because of what movie we're talking about and what happened in it.
Okay.
I watched the Spider-Man animated series, and specifically the 2 episodes where he crosses over with the X-Men.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Season 2, I forget which episode. But no, it's cool. It's Spider-Man is mutating, and so he goes to Xavier.
Oh, I remember this, yo.
Stop this. And he's like, sorry, I don't cure mutants. I help them.
Yeah, I remember that.
Good episodes. Spider-Man mutates.
He's turning into the man spider, right?
And Spider, which is another thing I was hoping for this movie.
I thought they were going to go that direction too. They totally didn't. Yeah.
I feel like they got scared.
Yeah. That would be crazy. It's put that in the movie, to be quite honest. But I really thought that's where they were going to go with it.
Yeah.
And in those episodes too, doesn't at some point he goes to so he goes to Xavier, but doesn't he also go to Madam Web? Isn't Madam Web?
I think eventually he does, or he may have gone before, because it's a whole
Recurrent thing.
arc in that show. And the first episode where he crosses over with the X-Men is like part, I think, 4 of that
Okay.
story arc.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that it? That's all you've been watching?
I watched that, and I watched the new episode of X-Men 97.
Then you watched the newest one?
Yeah.
I watched one of the new ones, but I didn't watch the newest one. We're one episode behind, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking about it today. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, I should have watched that before the podcast.
Yeah, I watched it. It's good. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened in it. Oh, it's a Nightcrawler episode.
Oh,
Nightcrawler.
well, then I think we might have watched
And,
the same episode. Is that the one where he goes to see his half brother?
yeah,
Oh,
sort of.
but-
He
With
tries to save him in a way.
Sabretooth's son?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's the newest one? I thought there was another one.
that's the newest one. There's no other episode after it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm caught
I don't
up.
think so.
I thought there was another one. Yeah, that episode was super cool. I
Yeah.
love Nightcrawler.
It was cool. Yeah, he's awesome. I like Nightcrawler. I like Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus is awesome.
Didn't know Magic had died.
Yeah, I was telling Natalie because we were watching it together. She was like, Nightcrawler's she's like, he seems like he's like a really cool guy, like really like genuine. I was like, he's like a really fair dude, like, which makes
Mhm.
sense for this episode. You know what I mean? Like, he's like a
Yeah.
very fair guy, and he's very religious, right? So it makes sense for him to like really like try to empathize with the bad guy, like his half brother. You know?
I like him. I love that he has the verse for everything.
Yeah,
I just wish that I knew the Bible that well that I could just,
yeah.
I just whip out a verse like this, perfect for this situation. I don't know the Bible like
The
that.
Bible is
Maybe I should.
wisdom, you know. So he comes off super
Yeah.
wise. He's an awesome character. The fight scene was really cool at the end, and then what he ends up doing to his
Yeah.
half brother is pretty cool too. That like
Yeah.
what he tells him to before he just leaves him in the snow.
Mhm.
Super cool.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nightcrawler's awesome.
yeah, he is awesome. I like too what Colossus said to him at the end, because Nightcrawler's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, one thing I wanted to ask you, like what?" And he's like, "Colossus is like, what is my verdict? Verdict? What is my verdict?" He talks like that, and he's like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "No," he's like, "I didn't think that you won. I didn't agree with you."
Like you didn't change my
Yeah,
mind.
he's like, "But," he's like, "My sister would have." What's his sister's name?
Hmm.
Sarah.
Elena?
Elena. Yeah, Elena. Elena would have. Yeah, that was cool.
Both really good guys, actually.
Yeah.
When it comes to X-Men, like Colossus and Nightcrawler, they're like really good dudes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. Loved that episode. Love this whole season so far. Love X-Men '97. They're killing it.
Oh, yeah, that's all I've watched. Have you watched anything else?
I watched that, and last night / this morning because Arya fell asleep on it. We watched Endgame.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, you at least got to get caught up to this point before we go see Spider-Man. I was like, I'll catch you up on the rest because they're doing away with a lot of the crap that they did with the multiverse. So you don't even really have to watch
Yeah.
all that. I was like, and she's already seen Fantastic Four. So the only thing she's really missing is like Thunderbolts from like this new thing.
You watched the in-between movies between Infinity War and Endgame, which was in Marvel and...
She watched Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
She didn't watch Captain Marvel.
Ant-Man and the
I was
Wasp,
like, you don't need to watch Captain Marvel. The only reason they have Captain Marvel movie is just so that you know who she is when she shows up in Endgame. I was like, I could just tell you that. So you don't have to watch it. So she skipped it. She watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, though.
Cool.
Yeah, she did that on her own time. I told her she had homework. I was like, before you come to Dad's house, you need to watch at least this movie, and then we'll watch Endgame together when you get here. So, but she cried. She cried in Endgame, too.
in Endgame.
Yeah. When Tony died. Oh! But how do you not
Yeah.
cry? How do you not? Jesus Christ, that fucking movie, right? Like
Hey, I cheered when that happened.
when Tony died?
Yeah.
Why?
Hate Iron Man.
What?
Hate him.
What? But okay, comic book Iron Man, I get it, right? He's such a douche, comic book Iron Man. But
Yeah.
but MCU Iron Man, so lovable, so lovable.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He still has aspects of comic book Iron Man. It's Tony Stark. He just thinks he knows better than everyone. I mean, a lot of times he does, especially in the MCU.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's just like, he doesn't really like listen to anyone. He's just like, nope, I know what I'm doing. I'm right. You're wrong. And this is how it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But like with this, okay, so like when Endgame, when he passed away, this whole journey started with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't like I remember watching Iron Man in theaters as a kid, and I was telling Arya and Natalie, I was like, I watched these movies my whole life, yo. And to see it end that way with, well, not end, but to see Endgame end like that with that one character that started it all, I was like, oh God. You know what I mean?
I love his line too, and I know that was something they reshot and added later, but all like him admitting who he is in the first movie,
Oh right.
and then him saying who he is, and
Right.
like
And
awesome.
And I was talking about this too, but it's like, what a cinematic achievement. Like you can say what you want about Marvel, right? There's so many people that hate on Marvel, even the first phase, right? Even though the first phase is pretty good. There's some bad movies in it, I agree. But like you can say what you want about Marvel, but what a cinematic achievement to have that many movies come together in one final finale. Being in the theater for that was like
That is so great.
incredible, yo. Probably want to be one of my favorite memories of all time. You know, like all the cheering, all the like everyone crying together when Tony passed, and it was so good.
One thing I like about Endgame, Black Panther and Hawkeye. I think it's Hawkeye. When they meet in Civil War, Hawkeye's like, I'm Clint. And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But then this movie, like it's when I think it's when they're passing the gauntlet off, they're trying to get it to thing. And he like addresses him by his name and asks for it.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just awesome.
Yeah. Super cool movie. A lot of good stuff in it. So that was the only other thing I watched.
Love You 3000.
Yeah, Arya's been saying that all day today. After this movie, actually, after we watched Spider-Man, I was like, what'd you think? And she's like, I loved it 3000. And I was like, yeah, me too.
She want to get cheeseburgers?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was a good watch. Cool. Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
I didn't watch anything else.
All
right. We made it here, guys. If you made it, if you lasted this long, this is where the good part starts. The final thoughts. The final thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day. Any final thoughts, Erik?
Yeah. Well, we already talked about Sadie Sink and Jean Grey a little bit, but you said you want to say about her?
Oh, I was gonna say kind of with the mental health thing, because you were talking about how like you didn't like that there wasn't a main villain, like one of because Spider-Man has a lot of villains, which I agree. He has a lot of cool main villains.
Yeah.
And they didn't really use any of them. They kind of used Scorpion, but he was kind of like a means to an end, you know?
Yeah.
But I think this whole new wave of MCU movies they're doing, now that they admitted like, hey, yeah, we fucked up by letting kind of Disney force us to make like all this content for their streaming service. We sacrificed quality for quantity, and we realize that now. So like we're gonna start doing better. You know, they like promise the fans like we're gonna do better. And they have been. I agree. And it seems like these new phase of movies, I think, is really focusing on mental health. And I think what a good strategic plan and move, because like that is something that a lot of people are struggling with now. And it's not like people haven't been struggling with it. I think people have been struggling with mental health for a long time, but now therapy is so easily accessible, and people are so are maybe they're getting the help they need. Maybe they're just learning new vocabulary and verbiage to help describe and express their feelings better. But mental health right now is a huge thing that people are dealing with and talking about and actively working on right now. And it feels like this, I don't know if it was a strategic move or just something they mentioned or maybe just happens to align with the themes of the movies that they want to make. But I think they're really focusing on mental health. And I think that is kind of why there isn't like a main villain in this one. It's kind of focusing on Jean Grey's mental health and even Peter's mental health and even the Punishers, right? Even the newest Punisher movie kind of feels that way too, right? Punisher special, I guess. And it's like Peter. I think a lot of guys are gonna relate. Like older men are gonna relate to Peter in this movie because he feels really lonely and he's kind of living. Even though he's a superhero, and he's doing like crazy things every day and like saving lives and fighting bad guys. He's alone and he's living a very monotonous life. And I think a lot of guys can relate to that right now. And I think that's kind of why they wrote it the way they wrote it. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on what you're talking about with Jean Grey, and they're not being a main villain.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
I didn't like the use of Hulk in some aspects. I loved seeing Hulk. That was awesome. But first off, I think it's kind of in there just because Peter had to kind of get to a point and learning how to make his own inhibitor. But Bruce Banner and Hulk kind of had already made peace. That's why he was Hulk for such a long time,
Yeah.
I don't know what changed, why now he's like, I just want to be normal and not big and green anymore.
True, yeah.
Like it was already established, like, okay, he has like the Hulk, like, figured out, I guess, in a way. I'm kind of thinking he kind of just had Hulk suppressed. It was Hulk's body, but his mind, basically. I would have liked if he didn't have the inhibitor, if he was still smart Hulk when we first meet him, and then Jean Grey gets in his head, not knowing what she's going to find in there,
Yeah.
And maybe while she's in there, seeing Bruce Banner and maybe like a locked up Hulk, and she's like going to let him out, and he like tries to warn her too, and she does it anyway, and then Hulk like forces her out and just goes on a rampage. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Also, in the comics, Hulk and Spider-Man have a decent relationship. They're friends, and Spider-Man made his wish that people didn't remember that he was that Peter was Spider-Man. So in the comics, that people they just forgot that Peter was Spider-Man. As MCU, like everyone just forgot Peter in general. So everyone forgets that Peter is Spider-Man, but Hulk didn't forget because of whatever reason.
I was thinking that too. I was like, because I think I remember that from the comics as well. And I was like, so when he turned into Big Green Hulk, right? I was like, oh, he's gonna remember him. But then I guess he kind of did. When
he kind of did, maybe.
Yeah.
But they never really established a relationship or friendship with Hulk and Spider-Man in the movies.
True, yeah.
And I kind of wish that they did, because I think that would have been better. It would have hit
harder payoff, yeah.
They have their fight, and he's like rampaging. He's like he has his hand on Spider-Man's head, and he's like, "Bruce, it's me, Peter." But instead of saying Bruce, he said Hulk.
Yeah,
me, Peter, and Hulk remembers like Peter's his friend,
right?
And he lets go. Like that would have been so
true.
Cool.
It was right there.
Yeah,
they just had to erase one name, put in a different name. It would have worked. It would have worked really well.
Yeah.
I agree. That's fair. Yeah. Because I remember that as well in the comics, and I remember when I was watching this. As soon as he turned to the Hulk, that was my first thought. I was like, oh, he's gonna remember Peter Parker. But yeah, I guess he kind of. It was sad seeing Hulk get sad, but he realized he was like, oh,
yeah. Hulk is sad. He's angry and sad.
Yeah, he's angry. Those are his two emotions, I feel like, most of the time.
Yeah. But I like Hulk. He's always been such a great character. He just wants a peaceful life and to be left alone, and don't leave him alone.
Yeah. Poor Hulk. I almost bought Planet Hulk today. We went to Barnes & Noble afterwards, and I almost bought Planet Hulk.
Oh, yeah. I love that book so much.
But they didn't have the big version of it. They had a small version of it, and I was like, I don't want the small version of it. The big version of it. So I didn't buy it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple I have a couple things right here about what I might have wanted to talk about during final thoughts. And Hulk being regular Hulk again was one of them. It was definitely cool to see him. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense as to why he wasn't half Hulk, half Bruce in this movie. Like maybe I don't know why they would change that because like you're right. It did seem like they established it pretty well that he had it figured out and he was getting the best of both worlds. But
again, I think it's just so that Peter would know that he had someone to go to in order to figure out how to stop his.
right, it's just for the inhibitor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does feel a little forced.
Yeah. I really liked seeing him interact with Ned when Jay invited him up and introduced him, and he got to hang out with his best friend again. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was an awesome scene. It was so cute.
Yeah. I love too that when they go up there and they see him, Ned is doing whatever on his computer, but on one of the monitors, The Empire Strikes Back is playing.
Oh, really?
And that's a movie that Spider-Man references in Civil War when he's first introduced.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
That's cool. Do you also see that Ned had a Naruto poster in his room?
Yeah, do you know why?
No, why?
The director is doing a live-action Naruto.
Oh,
they just announced that they're listing for it.
I did see that they were making one. I didn't realize he was the same guy though. He's the director of this movie. He's directing Naruto as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, good for him. That's a win.
Yeah.
I will say directing live action anime is a little scary.
Yeah,
that's a scary decision. Good, it's good for him. Good business, but scary decision.
What they need to do is they need to get someone like a Michael B. Jordan who really loves anime to at least produce these live action shows or movies.
Okay. For a second, I thought you were going to tell me that he should play Naruto. And I was like,
he should play Naruto as well. I mean, I haven't seen Naruto, but I'd watch that.
I was like, I don't know how the fans will feel about that one, but
hey, if it's okay that a white man plays him, can it be okay that a black guy plays him?
Just make him Japanese. Just play it safe. That's funny. Also, speaking of funny, I know that for sure that scene of Peter's little like pre-web. That's what I'm calling it. Like him like squeezing it out or whatever. That's gonna get memed so much. Like I feel like I'm expecting
probably
so many memes.
I wasn't thinking about that, but
even that whole scene, even when he like first like shoots it all out on accident.
Yeah,
that's gonna get memed so hard.
Yeah.
Arya this time around picked up on the puberty thing. I feel like there's a lot of like pretty reference to Spider-Man, like learning how his powers and shit.
Yeah.
And we talked about this in the last Spider-Man episode we made, which by the way, people, we did a whole episode on the Tobey Maguire movie. So you can go watch that. Maybe you can put a little thing up there, Erik, or maybe put it at the end so they can click on it.
Yeah.
But she noticed the whole puberty thing this time around. And like after the cocoon scene, she was like, it's like he's going through puberty, but like as an adult. And I was like, yeah, it kind of is. And then and then they showed that Peter watching that spider video, and it was talking about how spiders go through like 3 different stages, and like one being in adulthood. And she was like, "See, that's what I was saying." She's like, "That's what I was talking about." And I was like, "Yeah, you called it, dude. That's right.
You're smart." Was David narrates that video he was watching on YouTube or whatever, and they used that for the trailers. People were thinking that this David was going to be in the movie as like some kind of character.
Oh, okay.
And so everyone's like pretty let down that he.
Why was he just the voice
in the movie
of that like one part?
I don't know.
What's it called? I was also going to say the guy that plays the head of damage control, Tramel Tillman. No. He is in what is that show that I like? Severance. He's in Severance.
Severance, yeah.
Yeah, he plays like a manager type role in Severance.
Yeah, I remember.
And he's really good in that show. He's a really good actor. So
he is.
Honestly, solid casting choice. But also because I know of his character in Severance, when I saw this movie, I was like, well, he's gonna end up being the actual bad guy. But so
what month is that? Jon and Zendaya having right now. Like they were just in the Odyssey, the biggest movie like ever, and now Spider-Man.
I know. Good for them, yo. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Love all of them. So I'm not complaining at all. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Tom and Zendaya, Peter's whole situation when in reference to MJ, so sad, yo.
It's so sad.
Yo, and what Jean does to him too?
Yeah.
Bro, why would you?
Heartbreaking.
That's so mean. That is so mean. Yeah, that was whew. That was rough. I felt so bad for him. And then even to like when she finds the letter, you think like, oh, maybe there's gonna be some hope, or she's gonna be like, okay, well, you know, you can get to know each other or something. Or like maybe she's like gonna like hint at the fact that there's some hope for him, but she's like, I don't love you. I don't know you.
Like, I don't know you.
Yeah. And it's just like, fuck. This poor kid, bro. Yeah. He's going through it, dude.
You think Ned knows him? That whole handshake.
Yeah, the handshake at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe subconsciously.
Maybe magic that he has that he's forgotten about.
Yeah. Yeah. So his whole situation is so sad. I feel so bad for him.
I can't even imagine how. That's just crazy.
And then he's
everyone you know like doesn't know who you are anymore.
Oh my god, yeah.
And it's not like he had like this huge like family and like a whole bunch of friends. He had his aunt and his 2 friends.
Yeah.
They don't know him.
Yeah.
Like what?
I know. That's rough. That's so rough.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that he like watches them on like social media and like they're like living their lives and like hanging out, and, like MJ and Ned are roommates now, and like he's like, that could have been me, bro. Like, I could have been there. Yeah. I could have been there with my homies, my second family, my girlfriend, the love of my life. But no, gotta be Spider-Man.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's another thing I love about Spider-Man and the relationship he has with Punisher. Those other characters as well in the comics and stuff is that everyone, even though like sometimes it could be kind of annoyed by him, kind of younger and says things sometimes, but everyone loves Spider-Man, and I think it's because they all kind of see him or view him as like the best of them.
Yeah,
like he can't be corrupted. So like Punisher, I feel like he thinks it's too late for him, but he sees that light in Spider-Man and he like wants to protect it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of my favorite stories from the comics with Wolverine, and I think during the story, Spider-Man either had just fought the Hand or was about to go fight the Hand. But Wolverine calls him and he's like tells him he needs his help for something. To meet him at this bar. And he goes there and Wolverine's drinking. And Spider-Man's like, why did you call me here? Like, I got things to do. I'm busy.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that it's his birthday and he just wanted to have a friend to like hang out with him and drink.
That's so cool. Spider-Man, like the person he wants to hang out with?
Yeah. Because he's just a good guy.
Yeah, no,
and he knows he's not going to be like judged by him or anything.
Right.
He's like, I just want someone here.
Right.
So Spider-Man's the guy that.
And Spider-Man totally would be like super understanding of that. Like, okay, I get it. Like, I'll hang out with you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's super cool. I didn't know that. But yeah, Spider-Man is. There's a reason why he's like most people's favorite superhero. He is so cool. He really is like someone to aspire to. I think. I think that's why so many people love him, and I think too, with like, I was thinking about this, especially with like all the fans and stuff. That whole scene with all the fans outside the hospital and stuff, and I was thinking like, Spider-Man's not real. He's not a real person. He's not a real like character here in real life. You know what I mean? But like the love that everybody has for him, the fandom, like that is real. That's very real. And because that's real, it kind of does feel like he's real. You know, it kind of does feel like he is like a little glimmer of hope that people can cling on to, you know, that, you know, and the fact that so many people love him and will cling on to him for hope just shows the innate goodness of humanity. And I think that is so beautiful. And it gives me hope for the future. It gives me hope for people, you know, even though there's a lot of times where I freaking hate people. People are assholes or whatever. But the fact that people can look at Spider-Man and love him and want to aspire to be like him, it gives me hope. He's an amazing Spider-Man.
He is amazing. Amazing. He's sensational, spectacular.
Yeah. Also, I actually wanted to ask you, Eric, do you know in the comics, because I know when the Punisher gets introduced, he gets introduced in a Spider-Man comic, and I remember the cover. Spider-Man is in his scope, no? Like in his
Yes. I believe so, yeah.
Does he ever actually snipe Spider-Man like he did in this movie?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember that happening, but I do remember him being in the scope on the comic book cover, so I don't know if that was actual thing.
Yeah, he is in scope. Yeah, Punisher was hired by the Jackal, I believe, to
assassinate him.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
First appearance.
And then everybody was like, this guy's pretty fucking cool. And then he became like a whole main character.
But when he shoots him, first off, when I see the Punisher setting up the building, I was like, oh, he's the shooter.
Yeah.
Because I remember from the TV show, he did that from across the Mexican border. He shot.
He's wild, bro. He's crazy.
But yeah, they're like in his mind and they're talking or whatever. And then like that dark like corridor, you hear the shot and like you see the flash. And I'm like, Spider-Man's gonna die. He's gonna jump in front of that bullet. I know.
Yeah. I thought, for a second, I thought they killed him off when they're like, he's in critical condition. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, maybe Tom Holland doesn't want to be Spider-Man anymore. They're killing him off.
You can't kill Spider-Man. This is brand new day. It's supposed to be the start of something.
Yeah, this is the end day. The end of the day. It was brand new. Now it's over. Yeah, that part was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about this movie. It was awesome. I liked it.
It was awesome. Oh, one thing I want to say. I'm assuming you stayed for post-credit scene.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could have done something way cooler.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the tracker, like, wow, you made us wait 9 minutes for this post-credit scene. It's just this stupid app saying Spider-Man's not on Earth anymore.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like you could have had anyone from the MCU, from the multiverse,
right,
show up in some kind of
portal. A little lazy.
Portal from like the Spider-Verse movies would be cool too. To show up and have someone we know step through and be like, "We gotta go, Peter."
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Like it was Captain America who, he knows Captain America didn't come back after their whole like Endgame thing.
Right.
Like if Cap came through, it was like, "Hey, Queens, let's go."
Right. Something.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, that felt a little lazy. Everybody in the theater, felt like a lot of people in the theater were like, "What? Like, what does that mean?" And then I was like, I really loudly was like, "The next movie is gonna be called Spider-Man in Space," and everybody started laughing. But yeah, it was pretty lazy, and I was like, "What are they even hinting at? The fact that he's in space?" I'm guessing the fact that they're gonna do Secret Wars. Is that what?
Oh, it's totally Secret Wars. Definitely Secret Wars.
Yeah,
and hopefully, fingers crossed, black suit finally.
Yeah,
Venom symbiote's been hanging out. That's at a bar.
Yeah, I was like, they showed the symbiote at some point. I thought they were gonna bring him in at some point, but yeah, black suit Spider-Man's coming. We're gonna get another dance, another jazz dance.
Like Tom Holland can dance.
He can dance. That boy can move. His lip sync battle video.
Yeah,
I recently rewatched that video with some friends of mine here at the house, and I was like, For a white dude, Tom Holland can fucking dance. That shit is crazy.
I guess Anne Hathaway also did. I don't know if she did the same song, but she did Lip Sync Battle too.
Yeah.
And someone I saw a meme saying that Christopher Nolan just saw their lip sync battles and was like, "Yeah, those two can be mother and son."
Yeah, they're related. Yeah, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, my friend's just saying that a lot of people online say that this is that part, that lip sync thing was when Zendaya fell in love with him, because I guess she was on it too, during that episode. So they're like going against each other. So
yeah,
and they weren't dating at the time. So people were saying that that's when she fell in love, was when she did the Umbrella song.
that's what it takes to land Zendaya.
Hey, do what you gotta do, you know. Cool. Right on. You got anything else for Spider-Man Brand New Day?
No, that's it.
I think I'm Gucci as well. I think I'm all Gucci in the coochie. You guys can take that, by the way. That's something I started saying. Nobody else says that, but you guys can use it. It's cool. Natalie doesn't like it when I say it, but I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Cool. Well, right on. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. We've had some people commenting on some of our videos as of late, and that's awesome. I love that. We've gotten some pretty positive stuff happening. Yeah, it's a slow build, but it is building, and we love you guys for watching and supporting us, and all our friends and family that have been watching and supporting us. I think you guys are like still the majority of people that watch us. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you are.
We love y'all. And do you know what we're gonna watch next week, Eric?
That I don't know. The only movie I can think of that not that week is Super Troopers 3. I don't know if you want to do that one.
That's a pretty silly one.
I'm sure there's something else coming. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll look at the schedule, and nothing cool is coming out next week besides Super Troopers. We can put out a poll, and then y'all can choose it. It'll be on our Instagram. So, well, actually, when this episode comes out, the poll might have already passed. So hopefully you guys are already following us on Instagram, so you guys can vote on the polls. Cool. But yeah, you got anything for the fans, Eric?
I do not. Just thank you for the support. Keep commenting. What you want us to watch and what you think of our opinions, which don't really matter, but some people.
To some people,
they might.
To some people, they really do.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Even if it's good or bad, we want to see it. You might reply to it
for sure. Yeah. All right, everybody, go check out Spider-Man Brand New Day if you haven't watched it. I don't know why you would be listening to this without watching it, but go watch it.
I'm gonna go see it right now.
Yeah, I want to go see it again.
For a second time.
All right, everybody, we love y'all. Peace out.
All right, see ya.